You on, Mayor?
Good evening.
All right, notice, this meeting is being held in accordance with the public laws of 1975, Chapter 231. An adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Star Ledger, the local source, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the Township website. May I ask Union County Vice Commander David Penna from American Legion Post 228 to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can everybody please remain standing for a moment of silence for our service members serving abroad and near? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Kaiser.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Weber.
Here.
Committeeman Capides is absent. Committeewoman Du Bois is absent. Committeeman Huber.
Present.
Okay, we will kick right off to proclamations and announcements. On a sad note, the Township Committee extends its condolences to former committeewoman Maria Vasallo and her family on the passing of her father, John Vasallo, on August 26th. Their family is in my prayers. Bulk pickup is scheduled for tomorrow. I know a lot of people have had questions. Bulk pickup is tomorrow, Wednesday, September 14th. Everybody should have received the Senior Citizens September calendar. There's a lot of good activities on there for September. Coming up is the third annual David Mitchell Community Day, which is scheduled for Saturday, September 18th from noon to 5 p.m. right here on the front lawn of Town Hall. There's food trucks, games, and more. It's always a good a day that brings the community together, and we'll have fun on September 18th. There's also movie night at Chisholm Park. This year we're screening Lightyear. It's going to be Saturday, September 24th. There's going to be a DJ before the start of the movie at 6:45, and the movie is set to start at 7:15 sharp. Please bring your own chairs and blankets, but of course, I will be there popping some popcorn for everybody. It's free, and I'm excited, and I'm hoping everybody will be there.
Can we get clarification on how you are popping the corn, please?
Well, we got a state of the art popcorn machine. You don't worry. It's.
So I want to see you do. I did once. I want to see you do cotton candy. I was from here to there. The first time they ever did cotton candy in the staff.
Maybe towards the end of the year that'll make an appearance. This one's actually a fun one. There's the Atlantic City bus trip. It's open to the entire Springfield community, and that's going to be on Friday, October 7th. Details, and so you can make the $45 payment, you just visit online. It's through the Register Community Pass, and that link is on our website and can be easily found. So don't miss out if you want to go to Atlantic City. Now it's time for some proclamations, so I get to read for a while. Let's go ahead and do the Constitution Week first. Now, after I read it, please, Bonnie Morrison, who's a historian and at the church and canon chapter of the NSDAR, please come on up and we'll take a picture together, but I'll read it first to announce for Constitution Week. Constitution Week is from September 17th through the 23rd of 2022. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principles of limited government in a republic dedicated to the rule by law, and whereas September 17, 2022 marks the 235th anniversary of the framing of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate it, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America designating September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, Alexander Kaiser, Mayor of the Township of Springfield, on behalf of the Township Committee, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week, and ask our citizens to reaffirm the ideals of the framers of the Constitution had in 1787 by diligently protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through the guardian of our liberties. So, Bonnie, please step on up.
All right.
She takes a better picture than I do.
Thank you.
All right. All right, we'll move right on up. We have a proclamation. This is more of a fun one. Not that they're all fun, but honoring Jeff Torborg. And so this proclamation, whereas Jeffrey Allen Torborg was born on November 26, 1941 in Plainfield, New Jersey, and grew up in Westfield, New Jersey, graduating from Westfield High School. And whereas, following his 1959 graduation from high school, Jeff received a scholarship from Rutgers, where he was an All-American leading the country in batting average, .537, and his number 10 was retired in 1992. And whereas he played 10 seasons in Major League Baseball for the Los Angeles Dodgers and the California Angels, winning a World Series in 1965 and 66. And whereas Jeff caught Sandy Koufax's perfect game, Bill Singer's no-hitter, as well as Nolan Ryan's first no-hitter. And whereas he coached the New York Yankees from 1979 to 1988, before leaving to manage the Chicago White Sox in 1989, winning the Manager of the Year in 1990 and 1992, Jeff returned home to manage the New York Mets. And whereas, while living in the area from his birth to 1994, Jeff gave back to the youth of Springfield by volunteering countless hours to the Springfield baseball and the youth of Springfield. Now, therefore, I, Alexander Kaiser, Mayor of the Township of Springfield, Union County, New Jersey, on behalf of the Township Committee, do hereby recognize Jeff Torborg for his extraordinary accomplishments and qualities. His service and dedication to the youth of Springfield is appreciated by all, and we wish him all the well in his future endeavors. And below that, I have affixed my signature. So best of luck to Jeff. And I know this was very important to Committeeman Huber, who brought this to our attention. So.
Yeah, no, he used to come in February in his Yankee uniform, Caldwell School. John will tell you, John was there. I was there many nights, and he would stay there and talk to every kid that wanted to, every parent that wanted to, and we'd show the kids how to pitch. He was there. I've seen him at Dayton games. He would sit there, and he wouldn't, he would just sit in the background, not saying anything. But he helped a lot of youth in this town, and I just wanted to thank him for that.
Nope, it's an honor to read his proclamation.
It was always a thrill to have him come, and I think the kids got a big kick out of it. It was
He
really,
signed autographs for
really a lot of fun.
2, 3, 4 hours because we're there in Caldwell.
Amazing, he would show up in uniform and stand there.
Yes, he in
Which when you're, when you're a little kid, it was like, wow,
Yankee,
it was
Yankee
cool.
uniform.
Right,
That was everything.
Yep.
real deal right there.
It was very good. But I want to thank him. All right. Thank you very much, Mayor.
You're welcome. And just a little programming note. Our next Township Committee meeting is Wednesday, September 28th at 7 p.m. It's usually Tuesday. It's Wednesday. We moved it for the Jewish holidays. So just tune in then, Wednesday, September 28th, for our next Township Committee meeting. It'll be a fun one. And now we will move on to public comment on agenda items only. This is for anybody in the audience who wishes to address us on agenda items, or if you are at home, let me just read that. If you are at home, you can call us at 973-232-4442. Once again, it's on a agenda items only.
Sit over there. Oh, wait, no. You want to sit down?
Nope, hold up.
Sit over there.
It's right there in this speaker in front of you.
Right there, John.
Oh, we gotta plug it in, you mean?
No, you take it off of that.
This one.
I'm thinking you throw it on that one. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll just hold it. Bob Groder, 98 Washington Avenue. Just a quick question on the Atlantic City trip. I just went to the website to look. I was just curious the details. What group is running it, and what's the timing of it? Because when you go to look to register, it doesn't tell you anything.
It's through the township. The specific times I don't know, but I'm sure we'll be able to find out by the end of the meeting. Yeah.
Seniors.
No, this is open to
Anybody
everybody.
can go, but I thought
You get
What, seniors?
Coins, they used to have, well, they give,
I don't know.
whatever they call it.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Do a bus trip, they come, so I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. Those questions can be directed to the recreation department, but if you hang on throughout the meeting, I'm sure John will try
Adam will
to
know.
get an answer for you.
If you get an answer, I appreciate it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I would love to try something like that. Now I'm kind of a young senior. So.
That's, hey,
Nice to see you back on your feet.
You look good.
Well, let's not exaggerate. You look nice to see you.
so hey, if you hang around, I'm sure we'll have an answer by the end of the meeting.
All right.
All right, anybody, I'll read the number one more time. The number again, if you are at home for public comment on agenda items only, is 973-232-4442. And I'll give it a few minutes, few seconds maybe. And not seeing anybody calling, I will close the public comment portion for agenda items only, and we will move on to reports. Only one report tonight, and it's from the administrator. Take it away.
And I will be brief.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Short Hills Ave, we've got some issues there from PSE&G between Morris and Milburn Avenue. They have to come back out and pave from the center line to the curb. We have a tentative date of the last week in October. There's also a reoccurring pothole there that we've patched. I think this is the 5th time. There's some water underneath or whatever, and it just pushes it out. So DPW patched it again today. We'll see how long that lasts. If it doesn't, what we're thinking we might have to do is dig down, cement it, and then put asphalt over the top. Our concern is it's going to push itself up somewhere else. So we're not sure how we're going to go about fixing that permanently, but we're going to try. I also want to make a note that leaf season is about a month away. Don't put leaves out at the curb before October 24th. The restoration on our Hershey building for our administration is moving along. I was over there today. They actually had the ceiling in. The walls are up. We're down to the flooring. The electric is done. So probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, that will not only be done, but we should be moved back in there. DPW, myself, and Mike Disco, our engineer, we have a meeting next Wednesday at 10 a.m. with New Jersey American Water to discuss some items about our infrastructure on our sewers. I want to make a note, and I know Mr. Betcher brought this up, but garbage and recycle is becoming an issue already, just so everybody's aware. In speaking to a lot of the other surrounding towns, their current supplier is not even going to bid on renewing the contracts. They're short on drivers. They're trying to figure out where they can cover, where they can't. So I just want everybody to be aware. We're going to have to scramble. We're probably going to have to change dates when garbage will be picked up. So there's going to be some changes, but at the end of the day, it'll be the same. We will get it done. It just may be you got to put it out on Wednesday instead of Thursday or whatever. We may have to break the town down into zones so that they can pick up instead of one day, it may be 2 or 3 days. But again, I think we're going to have to do what we're going to have to do in order to get it done. We're not going to have a whole lot of choice. And we're also getting news that expect to see increases, of course, which else, whatever else.
Gas alone is increased.
Well, and we're going to discuss how we're going to try to mitigate that, or at least.
We getting any bids back yet or no?
No, we haven't sent it out. We've got the formal bid is just about finished. Myself, Mr. Dowd and Mr. Betcher are putting the final touches. It will be out in the next week. We should have that out. I'm not going to, I just want to touch on this, but I'm not going to go into detail. We had a meeting with our auditors, but I want to wait till Diane's back so that she can explain what our results were this year, because they were very good.
No problems?
No, so
There
she was very pleased, so Diane needs to be here and be able to take a bow on that one. She did a great job on
You
it.
got to bake a cake.
Yeah, we did really well on that. And I think really that's about it for the moment. We've had a bunch of other meetings and things kind of behind the scene, but nothing we really are at liberty to speak about at the moment. Still, same thing, we're busy. Building department is hopping with permits, still a lot of building going on, so we're very busy.
That is good to hear. I appreciate the work on Short Hills Ave as a resident of Short Hills Ave. And Chris Weber has volunteered to pick up the trash for everybody. He'll go around
I will if you make it
in a truck, and we'll get it done.
according to some of the online comments. That would be a better job for me.
All right, so moving on, if we have no questions for the administrator, and we'll move on to minutes. Can I have a motion?
A motion to adopt regular and executive meeting minutes of July 19th and special meeting minutes of July 28th, 2022 as emailed.
I was here, right, Linda?
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes carry. All right, new business. We do have 4 second readings, so this can take some time, everybody, but we'll do it together. Madam Clerk.
Ordinance 2022-22. This ordinance amends the provisions of the Township Code regarding the hours and compensation for traffic control officer.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to adopt ordinance 2022-22 as read by Madam Clerk, publicized in a local source on September 15th, 2022.
Second.
Okay, at this point in time, I will open this, since this is a second reading, up to a public hearing. If anybody wishes to comment on ordinance 2022-22 in the audience, you can step on up now. Or if you are at home, you can call us at 973-232-4442. I'll leave that for a moment. I think we discussed it at length up here. And seeing nobody calling and seeing no one stepping up, I will close the public hearing portion and call for a roll call.
Deputy Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Ordinance 2022-24. This ordinance amends the existing ordinances governing certain employment positions and establishes compensation ranges for the referenced positions within the Township of Springfield.
Mr. Mayor, as read by Madam Clerk, 2022, ordinance 2022-24, publication in a local source, September 15th, 2020.
Do I have a second?
I will second that.
Okay, at this time, I'll open it up for a public hearing on ordinance 2022-2024. If you're in the audience, please step on up, or if you're at home and wish to comment, you can call us at 973-232-4442.
John, do you just want to say something about that? So,
Oh, those were
we've
just.
gone over it, but
Those were just a couple of people that we failed to put in the original one, so we had to add them. And Mr. Dowd, we took care of that with Craig's help.
This just establishes a maximum limit for, these are hourly positions.
Hourly positions.
Thank you.
All right, so on that, I will close the public hearing portion for ordinance 2022-2024 and ask for a roll call vote.
Committeeman Huber.
yes.
Deputy Mayor Weber.
Yes.
Mayor Kaiser.
Yes.
Okay. Ordinance 2022-25. This ordinance amends the shade trees provisions of the Township Code.
Mr. Mayor, as read by Madam Clerk, 2022-25, with publication on local source, September 22nd, 22.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I will open this up to public hearing portion for ordinance 2022-2025. If you're in the audience, you can step on up, or you can call us if you're at home at 973-232-4442 if you wish to speak on this matter. I think we discussed it at length. This was updating and making sure that crossing our Ts, dotting our Is, and tightening up the shade tree provisions and making sure that people can't skirt around and they're paying the proper amount for taking down a tree. So making it stronger in this sense. So seeing no one calling and seeing no one stepping up, I'll close the public hearing portion and call for a roll call vote.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Kaiser?
Yes.
Okay. Ordinance 2022-26. This ordinance amends the Township Code to designate the Township's Emergency Management Council as its local emergency planning committee.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to adopt ordinance 2022-26, as read by Madam Clerk, publicized in a local source, September 22, 2022.
Second.
I will open this up to the public hearing portion for ordinance 2022-26. If you are in the audience and wish to comment, please step on up. If you are at home and wish to make a comment, please call us at 973-232-4442. I know a lot of work went into this by OEM, especially Scott Seidel and Jen Sherman, so thank you so much. And my name does get affixed to this for 4 years, so that is pretty cool on my end.
Yep.
And seeing no one calling and seeing no one stepping up, I will close the public hearing portion of this and call for a roll call vote.
Deputy Mayor Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Kaiser?
Yes. First readings, we have none, but we will move right.
Would you like me to answer the Atlantic City question at this point?
Yeah, sure. Might as well.
So the Springfield Recreation Coach bus trip to resorts is Friday, October 7th, and the bus leaves Chisholm Community Center at 9 a.m. Bus departs Atlantic City at 4:30 p.m. It's $45 per person. That includes round-trip coach bus transportation, driver gratuity, $18 in slot plays, ID photo is required, and a breakfast treat is included.
Breakfast treat.
So,
Rice Krispie treat.
Well, let me tell you, I think I'm heading down on that trip. All right, we'll move on to resolutions. We'll adopt the following resolutions by consent agenda. If you wish a resolution to be pulled, please let me know as I read through them. Resolution 2022-231. Resolution 2022-232. Resolution 2022-233. Resolution 2022-234. Resolution 2022-235. Resolution 2022-236. Resolution 2022-237. Resolution 2022-238. Resolution 2022-239. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to adopt resolutions 2022-231 all the way through to 2022-239.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
Oh, roll call. This is a roll call. Roll call, everybody.
Roll call. Deputy Mayor Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Kaiser?
Yes. And we will now move on to discussion and action items. Do I have a motion for the New York Blood Center?
Mr. Mayor, New York Blood Center would like to hold a blood drive December 29th, 12:30 to 10 p.m. at Chisholm Community Center. The insurance and hold harmless and certificate of insurance provided.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
It's a roll call. Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Kaiser?
Yes. So please, if you are out there and are able to give blood, please go on Thursday, December 29th from 12:30 to 10 p.m. It's It is needed, and I'm proud that we continue to hold them.
I think we're having them every month at this point, right?
Man, we've been, yeah. So, this is the best part of the night, right? Pay some bills.
Make a motion for payroll and invoices for the period of August 24th through September 13th, 2022, in the amount of $4,871,179.53.
Second.
Roll call.
Deputy Mayor Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Kaiser?
Yes. All right, moving on. Correspondence. We received correspondence from the township, from the city of Summit, opposing the proposed increases to the state health benefits program. I believe the state health benefits committee
Can we read?
is meeting tomorrow, but if it is still valid, I would, I'll agree that we should also prepare one for
Letter, something
Springfield.
like that. Whatever.
So you'll let me know.
Yeah, I will,
I agree with you 100% there.
yeah. All right. Yes. I have several more announcements, but we're going to first go to public comment on governmental issues. So, if you are in the audience wishing to address the Township Committee on any governmental issue, or you are at home, you can call us at 973-232-4442. Let me remind everybody, once again, since we haven't, it's always good, members of the public get 5 minutes to address the Township Committee. At that time, after those 5 minutes, any of the members of the Township Committee can then, and/or personnel. So if anybody wishing to step on up, step on up. If not, I'll read the number one more time. If you're at home, it's 973-232-4442. Seeing nobody stepping on up, I will close the public comment portion on any governmental issue. First off, just since I routinely forget stuff in the beginning, but we'll save it to the end, I just want to take a moment to thank Chief Cook, Captain Rachel, Chief Palumbo, the entire police departments and fire departments, for 9/11. Seeing an incoming call, can I have a motion to open public? Can we open up public comment? I'll open up public comment on governmental issues once again, and let me see how we can answer this.
Why are you supposed to know all this stuff? They hung up.
They hung up. So if I will leave public comment portion on. If whoever was calling and wishes to call back in the next few minutes, if you're watching, please do so. I will leave it on while I go through some announcements and thank yous and acknowledgement. Okay, here we are. Township Committee, can you hear me? All right, hold on. Let me just put you on speaker. All right. Dana, you can take it away. You have 5 minutes.
Okay, my name is Dana Unchark. I'm actually calling on behalf of my mom who lives on Litchfield Place. And the reason I was calling is there was the paving that was done, but it's been 2 weeks since it's been completed, and there's nothing with reseeding of the grass, so I just wanted to, if that was going to happen. And my second, question is, during the work, the cement truck clipped the phone line to my mom's house. Somebody came and kind of twirled it up and left it, but it's still attached to our house. So if someone's going to come and fix that, that's all I have.
Nope, appreciate that. Just on reseeding, I know a number of residents have reached out on Litchfield. The Township has been in communication with the contractor. They've not been paid at this time, and they must come and rectify several issues still on Litchfield, one including reseeding, picking up some debris, and I know, Dana, of your mother's issue with.
That's on the punch
with
list
the,
for him.
with the power line. So that's on the, whatever the to-do list is, you want to call it, for the contractor, but they have still not been paid because some of those issues have not been rectified, but we've been, between DPW and the administration, we've been on the contractor to get it done.
Okay.
All right. So
All right. Thank you.
thank you for calling. All right. I think that will conclude our public comment portion, but I'll leave it open for a minute. And just finish. So what I was going back to, 9/11, we once again had our 21st anniversary ceremony. So thank you to all the chiefs and the departments for being there. It was a somber occasion, but still important that we remember the lives lost. So thank you for that. Big announcement, not necessarily a big victory for the township. The Springfield Township Schools recently, if no one's seen, was one of 27 school districts in the state to receive money for expansion of full-day pre-K. So we were one of 27 districts. We received $1.2 million to expand pre-K. That's ensuring that our youngest residents have a quality education from the get-go. And that is, thank you not only to Governor Murphy and the Department of Education, but a real credit to our Superintendent Rachel Goldberg and her administration and the school board. That's a huge victory for us to be one of 27 districts throughout the state to get $1.2 million. And I think we received one of the highest allocations of the money. So it's just a big victory for us and a huge lift off the backs of a lot of working parents who rely on that and school children who will, have a quality education from the get-go. So that's huge for us. I do want to acknowledge that, and I think that's a great victory. This year, the governor and the legislature also established a new anchor program. So it's the 2019 anchor program. For anybody who knows, this is for homeowners and tenants, and this is replacing the homestead benefit program, but not only replacing it, but expanding it. So the eligibility, it will expand to more than twice to the homeowners. So in Union County, in the next coming weeks, applications will be going out. The deadline to apply is, of course, Friday, December 30th, 2022, but you should begin to get applications in the mail if you qualify, if you're eligible. And eligibility, just want to read this off, we were kind of asked to, and it's a huge victory for homeowners, for taxpayers. So if you're a homeowner and you've been a resident of New Jersey, owned and occupied your home since October 1st, 2019, you've paid your full 2019 property taxes, and you have an income of not more than $250,000, you should be eligible for the new anchor program. If you're a tenant, you must be a resident of New Jersey. If you've rented or occupied your apartment or residence since October 1st of 2019, you've lived in the unit with its own separate kitchen and bath facilities, you've paid rent on your home, which is subject to local property taxes, and you have a gross income of not more than $150,000, you'll be eligible for the new anchor program. So if you're a tenant and homeowner, be on the lookout for your application in the coming weeks. Deadline to apply is the end of the year. So another huge victory for our taxpayers. So thank you, Governor Murphy. Lastly, not something that I wish to read, but we must address. Over the last few weeks, not only myself, but members of this township committee have received, a number of communications and noticed ourselves the stalled redevelopment project on Morris Ave. As I've said from day one, Redevelopment has been and will continue to be my #1 priority while on this township committee. We all want a downtown that we are proud of, that we can enjoy. And for a long time, we've been working towards that, and there has certainly been some victories. We have several new projects on the way that was just recently started by the current composition of the Township Committee. But there is one project that predates a lot of us that has stalled on the corner. And we all call that what we refer to as the Gomes Project. And the Gomes Project on Morris Avenue in Caldwell has certainly stalled after seeing some progress for the first time in a long time. But today, at the direction of myself and the Township Committee, we've issued a notice declaring the Springfield Center urban renewal, the redeveloper of that Morris Avenue redevelopment project, in default under the redevelopment agreement between the Township and the redeveloper. As you may be aware, the prior buildings were demolished in 2019, so we had progress. However, the construction of the project has since been slow. The Township has been monitoring the progress on the site daily and has exhausted all other means in its effort to assist the redeveloper in construction of the redevelopment project. At this time, based on the facts, the redeveloper has not performed any meaningful work in some time and has failed to meet deadlines specified in the redevelopment agreement. He's failed to provide inspection and progress reports to the Township as required under the redevelopment agreement. And most recently, he's changed plans without proper approvals from the Township officials, which has called the Township to issue a stop construction order and notice of unsafe construction, among other things. The Township has issued the default notice to avail itself of its certain legal remedies under the redevelopment agreement. The redeveloper has now a deadline to cure or fix all defaults. That time period can extend to more than 120 days before the Township can take further action. The Township Committee and the Building Department remain concerned about this project, the progress of this construction on the site. The Township will do whatever is legally available to it to move this project forward and continues to develop the Township for all benefit of its residents. It's not something that I think we want to do, but we must do. And I'm proud to say that, hey, we're taking action. No one likes what has been going on. And we're going to do everything that we can to see this project completed. So today's actions will, hey, hopefully get us to there. But like I said, I think it's still a priority of every single one of us up here to get our downtown something that we can all be proud of. And like I said, there has been victories, and there's going to be several projects on the horizon very soon that is, going to be great, bringing new people to our community. So you got to take the good with the bad sometimes, but, we're taking action on this one. So with that, I will see if any of the Township Committee has any questions.
I have a comment on that. I'm thankful that we got this one done at this point. I think, I know Rich has something to say about this. Definitely. I'm tired of it. I think we have a bigger problem looming, considering the fact that he owns several other buildings on Morris Avenue that we're going to have to face in the future. And nice work by our law departments on getting this done. And unfortunately, if it takes a little bit longer, like John said 2 years ago, we will not accept an inferior project in our township, something that we'll be stuck with for the next 100 years that is either unsafe, an eyesore, or just not something that benefits the township. So, thank you.
I was a mayor when Gomes saw, I think it was first time mayor. It took him 2 or 3 years just to even start thinking about the demo. John and I have been in contact a lot. I've been with Mike Disco, I've been with everyone about it. And they just don't seem to care. So this is the best thing for the town. I know people are aggravated. I'm aggravated. I live right down the block from it. And I pass it every day. So if we can do something about it and get it done,
No, I think that's a perfect way to sum it up. I think sometimes that gets lost on people. We're all part of town.
Yeah.
We're as frustrated as you are if you're seeing it, and then some, because we do want to see and we want to see projects completed that we're all proud of.
and as far as the rest of the project that he's going to do, I like to make sure that from now on, when a project is presented to us, and John, I trust John explicitly with, you know, we can do everything, but I like to see some type of schedule and hold them to it. I understand in construction, it can vary for a month or something like that, but years, no. So, I mean, that's, and put in it that, and I don't know if this is legal, I mean, the lawyer might kill me after I open my mouth, but a fine for every month that isn't, you know, that he goes past his due date, if it's his fault.
I think this is, you know, listen, I don't want to anticipate future projects, but, you know, he does own the building on the corner of Morris and Mountain, right?
Yes.
Well, you know,
You know,
one at a time.
Right.
We have to get this one completed and one that we're all,
And we'll go from there.
so we're pretty much held up in limbo right now for about 4 months.
Well, it really depends on the actions of the redeveloper.
If he remediates immediately,
Well, there are a lot of different factors, but their actions right now will dictate the township's next steps and the timeline as well. Could be shorter, it could be up to that, but it could be up to the 120 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will have further updates in the future, and you'll see further messages from me on this. So with that, I will close not only the public comment portion on any governmental issues, done, but then I will ask for a motion of adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes, seeing
Minute late.
nays, the ayes carry.
A minute late. You lied to me, Al.
I was pretty close.
You did say?